Hey guys, so I'm back with a project share, and in case you've been wondering what I've been doing, if you watch on Facebook, if you follow on Facebook Paper Tray Ink or Ink to Paper, they're doing these live around 5 shows on Fridays, and I've been on there twice now. The first time was to share projects that I showed also on my YouTube channel for the Stitched Acorn. But this time around, this last Friday, I was on their live show to debut the new Stitched Pumpkin. So this die is my next die from Paper Tray Ink, and it is called In Stitches Pumpkin. All right, and it's got 4 pieces, and this is, depending on when this video goes live, this is available on their website as of Tuesday night, the 15th, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I don't know if this is going to sell out or not, but this is the die, and you will cut 2 of this section because you're going to have to stitch the side or glue, of course. Stitch it or glue it, and you will need 2 of the moon-shaped pieces to complete the pumpkin. And then this is a leaf if you want to use it, and this is the stem of the pumpkin. So I'm going to show you some projects that I shared with the group on Friday last week. They got a preview of the die because the previews were showing last week. So this is the pumpkin when it's assembled, and I have attached it to their they have a treat bag that was released previously, and so I took the treat bag and inked the green Simply Chartreuse onto it. And once I assemble my pumpkin, which is Orange Zest cardstock, I actually inked the edges of the pumpkin. So that's why it's a little bit darker around the edges than it is in the center of each of the pieces. And you can see this one is the reverse of that side. And the face does not come with the stitched pumpkin, but there is a die, a pumpkin die that was released before that actually has the face. And that's where I picked it up from, because I have that die as well. And it fits perfectly on here, but there's also a stitched pumpkin face, and I have inserted it into my die set here. This was also released previously. It is a stitched pumpkin face, and it fits within this oval. So that die is also called Seasonal Stitches Pumpkin Face Die, if you're interested. And you purchased my pumpkin, that stitch face will fit inside of this oval right here. I didn't use it in any of my projects, but I just wanted to mention that in case you are wondering. It does fit. All right, so that's one of my projects. There's just some trail mix on the inside of this treat bag. Another one I did, actually I assembled this one on camera. This one is using some of their older paper, the First Harvest, I think is what it's called. And this is a gift card holder. I showed how to assemble this online live with them. And then this is stamped with one of their recent release stamp sets that they had from the, what is it, August release, because it's September now, right? So you can see that the gift card fits down in here, and I have just used, again, Orange Zest cardstock for the back piece. And instead of cutting more die cut pieces, I just traced the assembled pumpkin and cut this out with my scissors, and then I glued it around the edges so that I would have room to fit my gift card. So that's how I did that. This is the same thing, it's just in a different color, and I used some die cuts from a previously released set, Thankful. I think this one came out last November, or before that even. And I have stamped this image and popped it up. There's actually 3 layers of die cuts here, but I did some ombre inking for the word Thankful, and then again stamped Thankful, You Are in My Life. And again, this is a gift card holder, so it does fit the same way that the other one did. And in case you're wondering, how did I get a stem that doesn't have holes in it, I again traced and cut it out by hand, because it's very easy to do that. I don't normally do that because I'm kind of a lazy crafter in that sense. But since this is such a small piece and it's very easy to cut out, I went ahead and did that instead of having the stitching holes in here. So that's how I did that. All right. So this is another project that I did. This pumpkin is a stuffed pumpkin. So it is double-sided. I cut 2 of every single piece. So 2 of each of the right and left sides, because it's double-sided, and then 2 of the middle oval, and even 2 of the stem. And to assemble this, I stitched the whole front piece. Well, I stitched the center section to the right and the left pieces first. Did it again for the back side, and then took the 2 sides and stitched the 2 sides together. And of course, as I go along, where you get towards the end, you have to do your stuffing, right? So as you're doing this, you want to put some stuffing in a little bit at a time. And then all I did for this was I used the bouquet tag. I think it's Beautiful Bouquet or something like that. Stamped it with some craft ink, which is the same color as this particular felt. That matches so wonderfully. This is rustic white cardstock, so it's not a bright white. It's like a little bit of an off-white with some flecks. And this is Ocean Tides felt from Papertrey Ink. This is just a button I had in my stash, so put that through the hole of the tag, and then took my embroidery floss and attached it to the pumpkin. So this is a little stuffed pumpkin. I did another one of those, but instead of closing it up, I have stuck something down in here. So it's not closed all the way. It's like a pocket. It has a tag on it. And what's down in here is one of these hand sanitizers. Because a lot of us are using hand sanitizers these days, if not more than before. So I thought it would make nice treats, something instead of candy. You can certainly stuff it with candy, because I have some candies right here that fit down in there. But that's what's in there now. And then I just tied a little cinnamon stick to it as well, so that you could actually see and smell something different. So that's how I did this one. Okay. And then the last project I have to share is actually a card, where I have taken, again, 2 different colors of felt. This is Summer Sunrise, I think it's called, and this is Terracotta Tile. So the center section is highlighted because it's a different color felt. And these are all felts from Papertrey. And then this is the same color inks, Summer Sunrise and Terracotta Tile. And again, I took that die cut and inked it with an ombre effect. And it's glued here by some of the fabric glue that I use. I stitched a button on top of the leaf and then attached the leaf to the stem. And so this is a card, the front of a card. So this also has room for a gift card, because I left the glue so that it wasn't in the center part, so I could make this a pocket. So the actual stem is stitched to the pumpkin, but it's not adhered to the back of the card or to the base of the card. And then this is just some gingham cardstock from Papertrey, an old pattern stock they have, and I put some, what is this called, cheesecloth underneath the card, or the pumpkin. And I haven't stamped the inside yet, but I thought I'd share that card with you. So again, you can use felt on cards. I like doing that because the texture that it gives, but this is something you can give with a gift card in it. But I wanted to share those projects with you. That's what I've been up to. So if you have a free Friday somewhere around 5 o'clock, because we don't always start exactly at 5, what Julie is doing is actually, Julie the owner, she's putting stuff on discount. So a lot of the previously released stamps that she has in her warehouse, she's doing really deep discounts for an hour or two after the live is done, and you can get some nice older stamps, and some of them are the Make It Market kits that she is selling. So you can get those at a deep discount, and they're limited supplies, obviously, but excellent prices if you can get some of the ones that you're looking for. So I thought I just mentioned that. That is not to say that you have to, obviously, but I just wanted to let you know what I've been up to. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.